G'day guys, it's Sammy Gordon here from Australian Property Scout. I'm here for your Wiiise Wednesdays and your hot tip of the week. This week's hot tip is actually a question to you guys. It's, do you want to become part of the less than 1%ers? Now, what am I talking about? All right, so everyone loves talking about doing the 1%ers and the 1%ers and all that sort of stuff, right? But did you know that in Australia, it's actually 0.06% of all Australian property investors own 6 or more properties, right? That is a tiny, tiny portion of the market. And so hence my question, right, of do you want to get into that bracket, that tiny little bracket? Are you up for it? Because it's not for the average investor. It takes mindset, it takes persistence, it takes sticking to a game plan and keep working through it. But I can guarantee you it is definitely possible and definitely achievable. We had a dude starting with 100 grand at the back end of 2019, and by the end of 2020, at the back end of COVID, with it was 110 grand. He'd accumulated, what did he get up to? He got up to 8 properties in that time frame. And that was from being really persistent and smashing it. And as soon as a reval, as soon as a 3-month post-settlement came around, he was revaling, he was stripping equity, and he was buying again. And literally within 12 months, he entered into that literal top 0.06% of all investors. Now, it's not for the faint of hearted, right? To get into this sort of stuff and to do this sort of strategy, it definitely takes commitment and willingness to do it. But if you're up for it, I know I'm bloody up for it, and I can definitely help you get there. But it takes sticking to that game plan, sticking to the continual systems and strategies of it. It's 100% possible. But it really comes down to that mindset. The mindset we would have spoken about a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. It really comes down to that. But if you're willing to stick to it and to go hard at it, it 100% is achievable. We've got a lot of guys now in their 20s that are clients of mine that are now into that realm. They've done it over the last couple of years. They've really built it up, done exactly what we've talked about in previous videos. They've saved hard, they've sacrificed, they've put money away instead of just blowing it all the time, and they've done the right things with their portfolio, like buying right, stripping equity, buying again, splitting deposits, buying again and again, and growing that portfolio. Now we're going into the biggest boom Australia's probably seen in bloody 20 odd years, the Australia-wide boom. No one's seen one quite like this. And they're walking into with a portfolio worth about $1.5–2 million. Now, how do you think that's going to look if they have 20% growth in the next 12 months? Right, 20% growth on a $2 million portfolio, they're going to make 400 grand in 12 months. Now, if the portfolio does that again and again, that is the beauty of owning a big portfolio. It doesn't need to be enormous. You don't have to go crazy town like I do and go 20, 30 plus, going into crazy levels. But even owning that 6 plus, 10 plus, you carry those that portfolio into a strong growth market, into a booming market, and you will literally make hundreds of $1,000s a year. It's not bullshit. Like it's not me talking fluff. It's what I experienced myself. I was never a big income maker. It was carrying a portfolio like that into the Sydney boom. That's what set my portfolio and set me up the way it did to allow me to build the portfolio the way that I have. And you can do exactly the same thing. It's literally building a portfolio like that, setting it up, walking it into a boom. You'll make a lot of money out of it. You'll be a very successful investor, and then you can pretty much pick and choose what you want to do in life the way I've been able to do. So look, guys, I hope that was helpful. I hope you're revved up. I know I'm revved up for it. I always am. Anyway, guys, that's another Wiiise Wednesday hot tip of the week. Any questions, shoot me a direct message or comment in the section below. Thanks, guys. Have a good week.